one. Pretty much the skeleton acts like a vent. So what's up, Billings fam? Welcome back. Got a really cool build for you today and a little bit of a funny story. So we had originally filmed an intro and most of the video, and we had the intentions of starting a whole new channel that was going to be centered mainly around DIYs. But with the times being what they are, and after speaking with some of you, we decided we're going to incorporate it all right into house buildings, which I think is a great idea because our build today is a DIY greenhouse that you can do for under 100 bucks. And it's a great build. I love it. It was easy to do, which you're going to see. But one of the other big things is, one of the main reasons we built it was so that we could grow food for all of our animals. Now, during this pandemic, great idea because you can't get out to the store as often, so we can grow all of our own food for the chickens, the ducks, the turtles, everything like that, and so that you guys can see how to do that. So thought it was a great idea. I'm going to take you over to that video right now, and make sure you guys subscribe down below and follow along and stay tuned, because the next video after this, we're going to show you how to actually grow all the food for them and what kinds to focus on. Let me take you over there right now. Let's watch this build. So as you can see, we are in the Northeast. The spring doesn't want to cooperate, so we have one greenhouse, but we need more because everything in there is getting too big for that. So this is going to be sort of a walk-in greenhouse slash hoop house with built-in planter boxes. Hope you guys will subscribe down below, give us a like, give us some ideas. We have so many that we want to do, but if there's anything you want to see us build, let me know. Without further ado, let's build a greenhouse. This is the wood that we use for basically the frame of the planter boxes. We used it before, we love it. It's the cheapest way to go. So it's a 1x8x8 piece of wood, and again, do whatever you want. If you want to spice it up, if you want to paint the outside and make it last a little longer, but I mean, that was built over a year ago and it's still perfectly fine. So as you can see, it works. So those are going to be the two boxes inside that will be like the outer frame, and this one that we're cutting in half will be the outside of both of them. Sweet. So this will go on the end of that. This one on the end of that. Okay, so one thing you'll notice with this whole quarantine lockdown thing, we did curbside pickup at Home Depot, and the pieces of wood that they grabbed us were so god awful. This is like crooked, bent, and everything else. So unfortunately, we got to make do, and that's, you know, that happens. But so when you cut that one in half, it'll cut these to 4 feet at each end there. So you're gonna start with the outside of the frame here. One thing I do want to mention, guys, typically we would normally put, like you see in there, some brace for support here. Just a little piece of, like, what is that, 1x1 or something?
2x2.
I mean 2x2, 1x1, 2x2 piece there. Unfortunately, we can't on this one because it's going to be a hoop build. You use PVC to go over, and the PVC has got to go right here and screwed in. So that's the only reason why we're not doing supports here. There you go. Now you have a frame for a mattress. So last step for the frame. The other two pieces go in, and what is it going to be across? A foot? Okay, so you'll have a foot across there. You want to measure to make sure that that's exact. And you'll have that essentially on both sides, and then you'll have an area where you can walk in the middle. So what you're going to do here, super easy. You're going to measure a foot to the middle. So that's going to end up going in the middle. Do that on both sides. One of the things to keep in mind, don't go by the ground or by eye. I would measure the 12 inches, or if you do a different length, whatever you want to measure by, but I would measure both screws. Our case, it might be a little tricky. This piece of wood is very warped, but we are going to do our best. So that is the frame. It literally took us about 15, maybe 20 minutes to do. The one thing you might not have seen on camera, we ended up putting 3 screws in just for, again, because we don't have the support, so we used 3 screws. So the next part is the hoop part that I was referencing. We put one in just so you can kind of see what it is, but the little PVC, you're gonna bend it. This is a 10-foot pole of 3/4 inch, and we just bend it right over. If you want to make it taller so you can physically just walk through, you can just get a coupling and put it in the middle, and now this, what is like a 4.5 or 5 foot entrance becomes almost a 10-foot entrance. So up to you, you can do that as well. So there you have pretty much the skeleton of what this greenhouse is going to look like. So basically what you do is you take your 4 pieces of PVC, obviously the 2 on the outsides, the 2 in the middle, just simply 2 3/4 foot from each end. It is almost exact, but these aren't exactly 8 feet because they have the end. So anyways, 2 3/4 feet make that perfect. Now, when you screw in, you're gonna then come up about 4 inches from the bottom so that you have a little bit more room of walking in. And also only screw in the bottom at first because the plastic needs to go over this and you need to have a little leeway so you can slide the plastic behind there before you put that top screw in. So that's what we're gonna do next. We're gonna get this plastic put on. We almost have our greenhouse, super exciting. So our plastic that we're gonna use for the top, we actually had left over from when we had made our little duck home over there. So super easy. I'm gonna actually put the link down below because it was a really good deal. For 20 bucks, you got 2 rolls that were huge. Like you could literally tarp an entire field. It was unreal, so. Welcome back. Just kidding. So anyways, just gonna give you a quick tour. So the other night we did a lot on camera and it got really late real quick, so we had to go in. So I'm gonna give you the tour of what we did right now to kind of summarize. So after we got our PVC bent over, we got our pieces of plastic. We did 1 solid piece for the 2 sides here, just brought it right over and started taping it down. So let me show you. We used Gorilla Tape. And on the inside, we took the PVC, unscrewed it for a second so we could pull the plastic down behind it on the inside, as you can see there, and then taped it right down along the sides there. Now, on these, on your ends here, you have to wrap it and pull it tight. And what you do is you take a piece of tape, stick it on the inside here, and kind of pull it back out. It's a little hard to explain, but we took a little quick clip of it that you can see that there. So we did that on the whole sides. We got a little stabilizer bar on the top here. And then as you can see what Grayson is using, we built a little custom door here that we're gonna put all the plastic on as well. We used 1x3 wood on this. The exact measurements we're not gonna give you because again, it's a little bit custom built, but what you're gonna do is make an outer frame and then put the hinges on and make yourself a little door. And you can do it kind of any style you want. And you're gonna screw it to the PVC up here on both sides on the corners, and then the wood obviously down there on the frame. So guys, I'm pretty excited. We are almost done here. I'm really loving what we did. And again, it's been super easy, super cheap and affordable. Something this big as a real like homemade, custom made greenhouse this size, you're looking at a couple $100 easily. And this way you're gonna save a ton of money. What's this whole thing cost us?
$100.
$100. So for $100, you can build yourself a whole good sized greenhouse. So you're gonna see, we're gonna get the rest of the plastic on the front here. We'll be good to go. We gotta put our dirt in. And look at our stuff growing. That's why we need it. We gotta put all this stuff in there. It's dying. It doesn't have enough room. Look at these. These are pumpkins. They don't have enough room at all. We gotta get them out of there. I don't want to lose them. Really cool. Look at corn. That's pretty cool.
Worm!
Throw it, Gray. Oh. That was a big one. Ah.
Savage.
Here. I think the little ones will eat them.
Maybe. Clover doesn't get them far.
She's definitely. Okay, perfect. So, one of the final touches that we did for the front here is we put a screen right on the door, and we're actually going to end up, we had originally put plastic here, which you saw in the video, but we're going to take that down and we're actually going to put screen on this whole front. The reason for that is obviously during the summer, it is way too hot to have this closed if you want to continue to grow stuff. So we're going to take that down and we're going to end up putting screen here so it lets a lot of air in there and so that we can still grow stuff. So super easy to do. You literally just measure, cut, and staple it all along here, and we will do the same for for those other 3 spots. So that's it, guys. That is your $100 DIY greenhouse. Super easy build. Like I said, what we finished up here with was just some aluminum window screen. You find it at Home Depot. It was super cheap. I think the whole roll was like $8. Just kind of cut it to fit, staple it along the inside, and now it acts like a vent. So now you can actually grow stuff here throughout the summer, which is awesome. So again, make sure you guys stay tuned, because the next video we're going to show you really what you want to grow and kind of how to do it. Awesome stuff coming. I hope you guys like this. I know it was a little different. We didn't show too many of the animals, but I think it's super important. So let's get to our good vibes shout out. This one goes out to Palm Tree Aquatics. Ignore the ducks behind me. Sorry. Thanks. You really help on breaking down how to make the pond filter. I have 2 of them that I need to make. Good luck with your red tail. I just ordered mine. His name will be Goliath. Really cool name, Palm Tree. Thank you. I appreciate that. We have some really good ones coming. Again, we still got to make our huge pool pond for this year. They are absurd. This is what remember every time I'm like, hey, ducks are allowed and messy, and they are so obnoxious. They don't stop. They are just so loud. I think it's the females that are loud, but it's all day. It's all day. Anyways, again, like I said, we have the huge pool pond. We got to get up this weekend, and we are actually going to be doing dual waterfalls. I'm so excited. So there'll be 2 filters this year. Make sure you stay tuned for that. As always, Billings fam, peace. Subscribe below. Look at this guy. He wants to get. They always come over to us. We are walking to PetSmart. Very small fish. Excellent, guys. Fred is in great shape. Woo! Clover, say hi. Is doing so much better underneath.